And now, the worst streamer on the internet, Battery H.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 46 of 100 Days of Gaming in Support of Extra Life. Hey, special thank you to Magellan73 who just pulled a host for us. Thank you very much, my buddy Magellan, fellow Extra Lifer. Before I go on, I want to say, first of all, that Extra Life is an organization that raises money for the 170 hospitals of the Children's Miracle Network. That's right, and I am raising money for Children's Hospital of New Orleans. Specifically, we've raised $650 to date. We had a $20 donation come in after the stream yesterday. Guess what that means, folks? We're going to be giving away today. That's right. We will actually be giving away a Telltale game and associated DLC. So if you're here in chat when we get ready to end the stream, I'm going to go ahead and throw that open. So it might be worth your while to stick around a little bit. If you care to make a donation, we'll be doing a second game giveaway when we hit the $700 mark. We're trying to reach 1337 this year for Children's Hospital of New Orleans. And thank you to everyone who has donated. And I can say our anonymous benefactor, so anonymous that they didn't even leave it so that I could tell who it was, made the $20 donation yesterday. That takes Judgment Gaming, me and my buddies, up to $835 so far. And also special thanks to Ruth Venn78, our latest followers. If you care to make a donation, if you're in Twitch, simply type in !extra life. You see it streaming right beside you. If you're watching this on YouTube later, simply check out the description below. We've got a link there for both of those sites that will take you to my fundraising page, tell you a little bit more about me, about the hospital, and about some of the things I'm doing for my donors this year. Donate enough, you can make me do something on my very special live stream that will be occurring on November 5th, 2016. I'll be streaming for 25 straight hours, not 26, let's not make it any worse than it is, from 8 in the morning to 8 in the morning on Sunday morning because it's the day daylight savings time leaves, so I get to jump in the TARDIS and do hours 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. twice. I ought to be looking so good by the end of this thing. Last year was a climb. As I get older, it's not getting any easier, folks. So it'll be worth a visit to view me, especially in the wee hours of the morning when I'm trying to stay awake. It's always a fun bit. And I hope to see you all there. If we get to 1337 before then, I'll shave my head. I lost my 26-year-old mustache last year. I'll go a little bit bigger and higher this year. So I hope you all come out and stick with me as we get rolling here. Just to let you know, we did do a couple of things. There we go. The game dropped an update this week to 1.48. While it doesn't mean a whole lot for us, it does allow us to select trailers. With that being said, it reset us in Reno, so I took the opportunity to jump in the cab just to make sure that everything was still working and that none of my mods had broken. And jumped in the cab, went in, got it fixed up because we still had a little bit of damage there. Took the time to grab some new swag. You can see the new lights that are kind of sitting out there. How about them? How about them little side lights? I was gonna get the horn, but we would have had to lose our cab deflector, and I just can't see losing our great big Extra Life symbol sitting up there. It would break my heart to do that, so we won't. But what we are going to do here is go in and look at the job market. I'm not very hopeful, but we'll see what they have. I do have some cities that I would like to hit still that we have not hit so far. So let me see if I can pull up my list here quickly of the ones I made note of that we needed to go through. And of course, it's nowhere as close in the list of things that I put together. Well, I guess we'll have to find something somewhere along the way here. So Carson City, Tonopah, Ely, Um, let's start with where we're at, right? Eli, Elko. Not a lot going to the places we would like to, is there? Machine parts to Flagstaff. Interesting. We could take tires all the way to Kenyatta. Empty pallets is a short run down to Sacramento. Car parts to Eureka. Wow, there is not a whole lot I am thrilled with taking today. That's a bit of a long haul, isn't it? We've been taking those car runs a lot to the rail export. The plus side is we can usually get something out of the rail export. So I guess we'll go with that. Let's fire up the old engine here, and we'll keep the running lights on. Parking brakes engaged, did you? So as we pull out, you can see our illustrious headquarters. There's my office. They certainly do furnish you with some cool digs for your first place, don't they? Alrighty, let's get rolling. So, like I said, don't forget, folks, at the end of the stream today, we will be doing a giveaway. And if you're in chat, you're eligible, so don't run off. That being said, I do try to keep an eye on it, so please feel free to engage me. I do appreciate that. Oh, good Lord, look at the line of cars. I don't think I'm going to get out with this light. And these bushes need to be trimmed back. Someone needs to tell this property owner that they're not supposed to be letting that stuff grow out that way. They're supposed to be able to see around the corner, for crying out loud. Eventually I might have to get over here, but the nice thing about this light is it's going to give me the opportunity to do that. Asimov, hey, it's good to see you, my friend. How are you today? Hey, you need to send me your address where I can send some posts to you, buddy. You will have earned yourself some really cool stuff this year. So if you get a chance, just send me a Twitch message. You can do that in the message things there with your actual address, because I got some stuff I'm going to be sending to you here as we get a little closer to November. Well, actually, I'll probably send it to you after November in case you win any of the drawings, man. one of the things I am going to be giving away, I'm going to get it ordered here this week, is a special Extra Life mug. I'm having 2 of them made. One for me, and one for the winner of that particular drawing. With the game day information and probably a picture of this truck. Okay, here's the freight market. That's what they got. Let me see what the external contracts have. They probably don't have anything better, do they? Yeah, take them down to Phoenix. That's just an awful long haul. Barstow, Elko. Yeah, see, it's not like you're getting. Like I said, might as well just take them over to Elko the old-fashioned way. At least this way they're a priority delivery. Excellent. Thank you very much, my friend. We will, yeah, we'll have some goodies for you this year, man. I'm kind of excited about it. Wow, that is a powder blue car, is it not? That is about the ugliest color of station wagon I have ever seen. And I've seen some pretty ugly station wagons, folks. Okay. Let's get this bad boy on the road. Making this even more fun is the fact that it is a fragile delivery. Any more news from the map developers concerning DLC and other ATS stuff? Well, they did just drop a patch that lets you, I don't know if you caught earlier, that lets you get new horns because, well, that's still kind of puny. But I would have to lose the cabin deflector, which has the big logo on top. And I don't believe they've got it set up to use for any of the sleeper cabs for the Peterbilts. It does, the current selection does allow you to choose different trailers. Given where we were at, we really didn't have a different combination of car carrier, unfortunately. I'm hoping maybe our second pickup will have that choice available for us. Which means that apparently it's supposed to allow modded trailer pickup as well. So I'm gonna have to work on see about doing a mod for the trailers, and maybe get an Extra Life trailer put together. Currently working on a mod for the sleeper trailers for the Peterbilts, and then I'm going to move over to pennies, probably. As far as other stuff for, well, yeah, I know that it would seem that they have to pick up the speed, but with the map rescaling that they're doing, I fully expect that sometime November, December time frame. And when you consider the fact that they're going to expand the map to the same scale that ETS has, 1 to 20, it will essentially be increasing the scale of the map by something in the neighborhood of 80%. So you're almost going to have double size of the map. I've seen the new pictures that have come out of some of the stuff that they have done, and it is gorgeous. They're giving it a real visual push. I think they've tweaked the model a little bit. Allows them to do some more terrain typing and that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that. And once that happens, then I expect you'll see more states. That map undertaking is massive. Well, I know. But I know fully well that if they were going to release a state and then have to rescale it, it means twice the work. So I would not be surprised that when they do the rescaling that we either get Oregon, maybe Oregon and Washington in one pack, or there's also the possibility of Utah or New Mexico. I think Texas is going to be its own pack. It's going to be so large. Yeah, so like I said, I would expect to see some more cities, and after that, I know they're working to try and get. Well, I know they're working on the model for the Peterbilt 389. I want to say it is that real the classic look that's still got the updated. Fuel efficiency and everything like that. If you like that old classic big bull-nosed truck style that you used to see in American film, that may be the truck for you. So they're working on the model for that. I think they have the license for it. But they were not satisfied with the data, which is one of the reasons they took their Packard trip, to get more of that and to get more modeling. And when you realize that the crew there is doing 2 games, and I think they're probably 20-25 people total. I just think that there hasn't been the run to ATS from the modding community that I think a lot of people expected. And in part, that's because modders have lives too. It's hard to believe, but yes, we do. Mr. Gaiman 165, welcome to the stream, my friend. Let me give you a wonderful piece of advice that was once passed along to me. Always remember to let the Wookiee win. It's easier to game when both of your arms are still in their sockets. Mr. Gaming, I don't know where that came from, or how you got that there. Well, yeah, with ETS, well, at the moment, yeah, ETS 2 has a little more to work with. Okay, Mr. Gaming, I see that that's got a bid for a donation, but I don't know where you donated it to, because I'm not getting that from my normal stuff. If you care to make a schmuck, see what happens when I pay attention to chat. I drive right past my exit, and I have to go the long way, but that's all right. Because we care about you, we'll still get our freight there on time. Donations to Extra Life are simply accomplished easiest by typing !! Extra Life in chat. But if I find that somewhere else, I will throw it over there and give you the credit. You know, but I mean, ETS was not as well developed as many people think when it first came out either. Remember, you're dealing with a game that's a couple years older now too, so it makes a difference. Having the time frame to work on this stuff is a big thing. So, Mr. Gaming, tell me a bit about yourself. Do not think about it. Some of the trucks in this game, if you haven't noticed, have IQs in the single digits. Coming. There you go. Drives like my wife. I've decided I need to get in the right lane at the absolute last possible second, so that's when we'll do it. Well, I mean, yeah. But when they announced, they only said that they had planned on giving California and Arizona, or Nevada was going to come as a DLC. Now, I'll be honest, had they managed to do that at, all right, let's see where they want me to park this bad boy. Let's just park it there. Had they originally done it on a 1 to 20 scale like ETS, I think that having just California would have been so big that no one would have minded. You know, I guess in the end my point is this. Everybody complains when the super large companies like EA and whatnot do games wrong. And they turn around and offer no support. and they're incredibly buggy. I mean, you hear things about, EA, Ubisoft, Bethesda. I mean, oh, look at all the bugs in these games. You've got a small group of people that are working on a game that is a niche game, let's be honest. You're not going to find EA doing this because you're not going to find, tens or hundreds of thousands of people buying this. It's just not going to happen. Um, So I think that they're doing pretty good given their resources. I always try to keep that in mind before I criticize a group. Would I love to see them get more out? Sure. Um, to that end, I support them as I can. I buy some DLC and that kind of stuff that I don't necessarily need. But if it's $2 or $3, and if everybody does that, they can maybe hire another guy. Get things done a little faster. So there's hope, man. There's hope. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, gravel, sand. Sand out of the mines. Oh, good God, not in this truck. Yogurt, tableware, packaged foods, limestone from the mine, fertilizer. That'll take us to Tonopah. I'm going to grab me some fertilizer. Because people tell me every day I'm full of it. I would like to say that that's just a joke, but it's probably not. Okay, now see with this tableware, if we were to take the tableware to Sacramento, we could, you see that gear there, that would actually allow us to pick the skin, right, on our truck. So that's what that little bit means. Unfortunately for fertilizer, apparently there's only one skin for a bunch of crap. So that's the one we're going to have to take. I still have to figure out how to do that, to do the, I have not found the button for the real world trailer hookups. I plan to start adding a little more difficulty to the games here over the next few weeks. Once we get our first, our next truck, I'm going to start working on realistic fuel consumption and things like that. They're going to force me into taking some more challenging jobs. This is 8 hours away, 8.5 hours away, and we got 9.5 hours, 10 hours till we have to be to bed. So I think we'll be okay. But yeah, had they simply gone with the 1 to 20, I probably would not have had an issue with it. But as long as they continue to support it, I make the mistake of reading through the forums sometimes. I shouldn't do that because it just irritates me. For people that really don't have any idea how this stuff works, and the special snowflake crowd, I call them, because they demand so much. I stop making this stuff. I don't like that stuff. You should only make what I want. Really? Are you the only person who have bought the game? Because if you're the only person who's buying the game, yeah, you can make that demand. But if you're not, if you're the only person buying the game, I hope you're loaded, because that's what it's going to cost them. That's what it's going to cost you. You know, be aware that they're adding things that they can add that some folks other than you may have expressed their desire for, and things that they can add without overtaxing their resources while still working on other things. Now, who wants to bet I get pulled into the weigh station? There it is. We're weighing, baby. Allie Knight, we have lost the bet again. I'd love to see things like sliding tandems and things like that to balance out your weight issues and stuff, but you know, that's really kind of beyond the scope of the game. Outside of states, Asimov, what's on your wish list here? The other things I bought while I was there was a slightly larger gas tank and my chassis. So I still have the short chassis, but now I have the 200-gallon gas tank because that 150 was getting us nowhere quick. Got to remember, I'm not driving the cars anymore. I'm driving fertilizer. I can bang something if I have to. Yes. Ooh, up to 70. Let's see if we can get crap to move that fast. I'd like to see more brand names in the games on stores, vehicles, and for some added realism. Okay, do you mean fake brands or do you mean real brands? Because one of the things you'll notice, one of the mods I have is for the real signage. So instead of Car Zone or something like that, it's AutoZone. Some of the brands I have in here are real U.S. brands at this point. Which are strictly for the purposes of added realism, and we bear no endorsement for those companies whatsoever. However, if they would like to sponsor us, I would be happy to mention their name during the broadcast. And sponsoring us is even better because if you make a donation, make it into my Extra Life account, you get a tax write-off. And I mentioned your business. See? Win-win for everybody. Because I mentioned it out of gratitude. Real brands, and if that's not possible, more brands, so it's not always the same store you see the best. Okay, I know they're planning on doing that in ETS with France and whatnot, and I believe they've said as much about putting more brands in ATS. I don't know if you noticed, but there are a couple of new places that you find in Arizona that weren't in the store originally. Now, there are some mods that I'm aware of that replace darn dinky little towns here, that replace a couple of the brands with major stuff. I have not found a gas station skin mod for this game like I have in ETS that I've been happy with. In part because it's just not there. At least it's not through the Steam Workshop. If it's somewhere else, they'll have to let me know. But for example, Walbert, I know someone that's replaced their trucks with the Walmart trucks. That's in Steam Workshop. I'm not competent enough, nor do I have the tools to really do it right, to do reskinning for those, but I know that it's possible. So in theory, I guess you could find someone that has that kind of stuff that could do a mod for to replace the Walbert locations with Walmart locations, and it'd be just a matter of changing some of the exterior graphics. I mean, I suppose I could do it eventually if I had the time to learn the process and buy the stuff, but I just don't have that kind of time. Yeah, sometimes the mods break. Understand, though, that for the creators to put real brands in there requires licensing agreements. It's the same thing they have with the trucks. And to be brutally honest with you, if I'm responsible for protecting the brand name of a major company, the last thing I want to do is put that and put trucks bearing my name on it into situations where people can wreck them and then spread YouTube videos all about it. Look at the crash of this, Drugstore X truck. It spilled diesel fuel all over. There's your massive American freight train. That's something I'd like them to fix. The invisible cars that we're seeing right now. And the other thing about that is those lights would still be blinking until the gates had fully raised. What's wrong with free advertisement? Well, because contrary to popular belief, not all all publicity is good publicity. Like I said, if somebody shows a picture of somebody wrecking the truck or taking the Walbert, we know who they sub for, right? Taking the Walbert truck and driving it off the side of the Grand Canyon, and puts that video up on YouTube. Well, is this endorsed by so and so? Well, no, it's not. That's Another reason why you won't see, when your truck is damaged, you won't see any physical outward signs of damage on the trucks. The licensing agreement forbids that kind of thing. It's probably also why you can't get the trucks dirty. Because they all want their trucks, to be pristine. So yeah, so it's like everything. Yes, it can be done with mods, correct. But if it's done with a mod, then they can go after the mod creator, right? The mod creator doesn't have a license with Walmart. The mod creator doesn't have a license with AutoZone, right? So if they really wanted to, they could go after them. I guarantee you, if you put Mickey Mouse ears on this game and you put them on all over your truck and you labeled it the Disney Express, right? And you started plastering stuff on YouTube, whether you crashed your truck or not, if you had assets by Walt Disney on there, I guarantee you would get a cease and desist letter. Disney is one of those companies, Nintendo is another, that are very, very, very active in protecting their intellectual property and their logos and their trademarks. So while it can still be done with mods, it relieves the company of that responsibility. And legally, for the company to be protected, they would have to get a licensing agreement. And sometimes these companies might be willing to allow that, right? But the licensing agreement is going to cost an astronomical amount of money. So, there are issues. And why did I just turn down here? Obviously, I wanted to take the cement tour. Well, we needed to get our percentage of completion up, I guess. Let's call it that. As Tracer would say, let's try this again. Now, if anybody hasn't figured out that I do pay attention to chat, they just need to watch my driving path. Oh yeah, I think, and I think that's going to get there. But they've said that this is probably going to be a several-year process. I mean, you're looking at seeing France this year in ETS, and one could argue that France is a pretty good chunk of territory that's been missing from Europe. And that game's been out for 3 years now. So, hey, look at this, the right road. horse this is. Horse this load up to about 70 miles an hour and get trucking. Down 6 as we work our way up to speed here. Yep, sunsets in the desert are something to be enjoyed. And let's get back over the other side of the center line before we get ourselves in a little world of hurt coming over this hill. Times like this, believe it or not, I really do wish I had a wheel. Photo opportunity. I wish it'd give me a flash. Go with the high saturation. Wow, look at that. Look at that take off the... Yeah, let's move over here just a little bit. You know what? This might even be better. Let's see here. Alrighty. You can look for that one on a tweet later today, I think. This one is really out in the middle of no end where, isn't it? They are not stopping for me. Are you kidding me? Alrighty. I shall take my crap, and we give you thanks. Yes, I'm sure they do expect it. I expect to get some sleep pretty soon, too. Okay. So we're going to have to do a quick drop-off and then find some place close by to catch some Z's. So we've hit 2 cities, actually. Yeah, let's, as they say, make this quick and dirty so that I don't have to chew up any more time. Drop off the legs. That was a bit of a longer route than I planned. But hey, we picked up a level out of it, so I guess that's good, right? And actually, we're going to pick up the last long distance I think we're going to need out of this. We'll start getting some more hazardous cargo stuff. Let me take a look at the map. Okay. So we can go down here and pull into there. I mean, this is like the only deal in town is here at the farm, isn't it? That, and there's a Kenny dealer here, I think. Other than that, there's zero reason to come here. Alright, so in 2 hours we have to be getting some sleep. Thankfully, I think we'll have that, yeah. We should get there with some time to spare. Maybe. Oh yeah, you are correct. We need more states to make use of long distance 5 and 6, and you'll see more people selecting those when that comes out. I think the next state or two will probably let us use 5 pretty well, and then I guess I'm just anticipating this series continuing for a nice long time. I kind of enjoy Sunday mornings doing this. I would like to see them add things like beacons and whatnot to more trailers and things that need it, oversized loads, that kind of stuff as well. Oh, come on. I can't go if you all don't stop traveling by. And the elimination of, well, this isn't an interstate at least, so I'll give it that. And it starts raining. What happened to my wiper blades? My wiper blades stopped working. Oh. Okay. officer. I'm trying to get to my hotel. How about you? Gas prior to crashing for the night, but I can see that's not going to be possible. Oh, nice thunderstorm, man. So I wouldn't be surprised if in the future, I think that they're adding some more assets and stuff in places like that, where we could end up eventually having, yes, I know, having places to pick up or at least drop off points. So here's the Starlight Inn. With that being said, we're going to take a little sleep here. And after my driver gets some rest, I'm going to get some coffee. Because as you can see, the rain has mysteriously stopped. And I'm going to for just a moment. I'll be right back, everybody. I'm going to grab some more coffee. We'll be back with the second half of Sunday Morning Drive right after this wonderful message from Extra Life. Thanks, everybody, for watching.
You see miracles all the time at our children's hospital. The first smile after surgery, a girl walking when they said she wouldn't, parents getting good news. But miracles never come easy. That's why, as great as children's hospitals are, they need our support to keep miracles happening. Put your money where the miracles are. Support your Children's Miracle Network Hospital.
Cadence, our little girl, was born February 23rd, 2007. She was 5 months old when we went on a family vacation. We all got sick, very, very, very sick, and we came home from vacation, and Cadence had a really soft cry, and every time I'd lay her down, I noticed that she would kind of cry, which was not like her. I called the doctor's office, and the doctor came in, and she said, "Cadence looks great." I said, "I know, but there's something wrong." And just then, Cadence started coughing. Terrible, terrible cough. I had never heard something like that before.
I just remember getting a phone call and my wife in tears saying that we've got to go up to primary children's. Her heart's so large it's blocking her left lung.
She had to be admitted to the pediatric intensive care unit. She had IVs placed and had to be on medication through her IV to help her heart squeeze. She eventually had to be on a breathing machine. It was clear that her heart function was continuing to decline. She had been listed for a heart transplant, and so in order to give her a longer period of time to live while waiting for an organ, we started to investigate our ability to put in this device known as the Berlin heart. This particular device was developed in Germany. The FDA allows us to get compassionate use and experimental use for the device in individual cases.
So we got the equipment in from Berlin, Germany. The doctors flew in to help do the procedure, and Cadence was given the Berlin heart on November 7th.
It was night and day difference. We had a daughter that was a little bit gray, was completely immobile, to a girl that was pink, full of life and full of energy. We had our daughter back.
She handled the Berlin heart really well. Probably about the second week of December, Cadence started getting sick again, and the right side of her heart was now starting to fail. I worried about it for probably a day, and then I got an overwhelming feeling, and I knew Cadence's heart was coming.
Hello?
Chantel, this is Emily.
No way.
I was jumping up and down and screaming with joy, and at the same time I was crying for the poor family that lost their child to be able to save mine.
They gave Cadence a future. They gave us hope. They gave her brothers their sister. They gave her mom and dad their only daughter.
It was truly just extremely bittersweet. One of the things that helped us cope the most was the love and caring of the people around us in our family and in our community, and even the family that we have up at Primary Children's. I swear they love my daughter as much as I do.
Miracles happen, and these children's hospitals are what they are because of the communities around them.
For our hospital to do what they need to provide the care for these patients, it does take many people giving of their time, giving of their love, and giving of their money.
When someone donates to Children's Miracle Network, they're giving these children a chance to have a future.
What if there was a hospital that treated childhood diseases while still allowing kids to have a childhood? It would require thinking on a smaller scale in order to lead to bigger possibilities. It would require doctors and nurses with imaginations as big as those they treat. It would require putting children's lives before all else. It would require a hospital whose singular focus is children. That's Children's Hospital New Orleans, caring for every child as our own.
And now, the worst streamer on the internet, Battery H.
Forgot the one important click there, everybody. Hey, thanks for hanging along. You're right, we are still streaming for Extra Life here, $650 to date. We're going to be doing a game giveaway at the end of the stream. So, don't run off. You too could win a Telltale game with all the appropriate DLC. We've reached 20 of our September goal of 250 so far. Like I said, we're trying to get to 1337, so we've got a long ways to go before we hit November 5th. We've had some very wonderful gamers, and Mr. Gaming 165 for being our latest follower. And thank you to the doubly anonymous donor who gave $20 yesterday. And we're going to pop in the truck. I'll be darned. Look at that. Let's, yeah. Go there, and then we'll see if we can't find a cargo, maybe. Oh, let us out here. Can we get out here? Apparently not. Although we could get ourselves some burgers. Yep. Rip. So I have found a way to get to the burger machine. Ray's Hamburgers. As we do a little off the map driving with ATS. No, we've rested enough already, I think. Like so many truckers, I need my morning coffee. And of course, the fun bit is that with squirrels starting earlier now, I think at 5 p.m. English time, probably be able to transition real close to me from him. All right, let's pump some gas. Okay, and climb back in the truck, start her up. But before we do anything else, let's take a look at the freight market for itty bitty Tonopah. We did discover Eli, at least there's that. I'll be darned, no. Santa Cruz, wow. That is really, really ugly. No alternate cargo either. That would be frozen vegetables to Eli, to the Walbert, frozen fruits to Flagstaff. Maybe something up to Carson City. Where's Camp Verde? You know what? We have not discovered Camp Verde yet. Let's take some frozen fruit to Camp Verde. This ought to be. Oh yeah, this is that mountain pass hoop-de-doo here. So this would be interesting. Since it's a external contract with World of Trucks, it ought to be quite different. Yeah. Let's go get it. So we'll take a fridge unit. Now this might actually teleport us right to it. Oh, okay, good. There, we've now paid for our gas. Nope, you're right. It's not a truck dealership. It's just a big old garage. We're going to have to start thinking about where we want to put our first extra garage. The Carton Club Casino. Somehow I suspect that they are not a non-smoking establishment. Maybe it's the name. You're playing and we're paying. Sounds like somebody's got a cashback offer. First $20 of slots are free or something like that. You see that a lot at the casinos these days. to get you to sign into the Players Club bit, because then they figure they can draw you back. This may be a while. Now, the neat thing about these World of Truck bits is that these contracts are external and measured in real time. So when it said I had 8 hours to finish it, that means 8 real-time hours. So I realistically need to get it done before we leave today. But that's why there's no urgent deliveries or anything like that. And there's the refrigerated unit. Let him know we're here. Hey, George. Still working on that harvester. Or that plow blade, I believe. There go the legs. There goes our peeping. And there we go. Let's take a look at the route, shall we? Yep, down 375 to 93, which is quite a haul. Down through past 93 through Las Vegas. There's an undiscovered discoverable there. Past the way station on 93, take 93 to 40, 40 to 89, all the way into Camp Verde. Yeah, this will be fun. This pass up 375 is interesting, shall we say? This will offer some very stunning vistas as we go through the mountains here. And we should get most of that in daylight, so that's a plus too. And it's a 14-hour trip, so we will have to sleep along the way. very long trailered. What I don't want to do is have to take a loan out for both a new garage and a new truck at the same time. So when people ask me why I haven't upgraded my truck yet, in part it's because I wish to put my new driver in this one and get myself the sleeper. But I've been working on the design for that, and I have not given that as much attention as I should have lately. With me participating nightly in the 100 days and all that stuff, and you know, life. You can see just how long that trailer is, and the fact that we have to stay really, really wide here. I'm not foolish to believe I can push this off in one day of game time. Clouds roll by. We're almost close to the speed limit. This engine just doesn't have a whole ton of boost with it. That's okay, but miles an hour? Were you kidding me? Rachel. Forgot about Rachel. Wouldn't see bushes growing out that far. Cut that a little close to the rocks, didn't I? You can see the great telescope array. Out here in the deserts, away from the electronic noise of life. And fighter planes and bombers flying overhead. This part of Nevada and some parts of California are littered with bombing ranges and restricted Air Force territory. And yes, we're in the vicinity of the infamous Area 51. Take a chance of hitting the car. Look at that. The city signs and the skylines of Las Vegas ahead. You know what I think I want to do here? There is no good place to pull off for a rest. I'm going to take a look. I think that 93 rest stop is probably the best spot we have for getting out of the truck for a bit. Since I don't think there's any place to stop at the way station, which is kind of funny given that that's what actually happens in the States quite a bit, is that trucks will pull over and get their rest time at a way station. Some truckers distrust them, claiming that they lead to Department of Transportation inspections, but I know a lot of stations say that they will not. Just because you pull in to get your required rest at a DOT station, or theoretically it's safe, they will not pull you out for a DOT inspection. See, as you can see there's the errands with the correct spelling for the side of the building. And that is a real company. Now, this housing style with the condos like this is actually something you see a lot of in Vegas, in particular this part of town outside the Strip. It's a very Spanish style because it works. Yes, you saw the zoom feature. the things you would also see a lot of is gated communities like this. And more gated communities, even so on the outside. A lot of the communities in and around the Las Vegas area have homeowners associations. Very big time. And the HOAs have huge bits and stuff. And right now with the drought that's been occurring, basically, I should say vastly reduced amounts of rainfall, and Lake Mead is quite low. Because of that, lawn watering in Las Vegas is highly regulated, and they've actually encouraged people to do kind of what you're seeing over here on the right, which is dirt or rock instead of lawn, and maybe a couple of decorative plants kind of thing. I mean, it's getting to the point where I think they're going to start restricting water in pools. We're gonna go by and pick up that other. We're not gonna turn left right here. We're gonna go up here to the next and make a left and pick up this discoverable, and then detour back onto the road. See, here's an Eddie's, and the Eddie's here is a drop-off point, but the reason you don't see it marked with the normal logo is because it's not a pickup point. You can't pick up cargo from there, only drop off too. Okay, so there's another recruitment agency that we've got, and apparently this takes us over the highway. Lake Mead. Okay. I hit the cop. I hit the cop at Lake Mead. Awesome. Another $1,000. Rip. No, I didn't want to do that. What I did want to do is show you a little something here. You see how low the water appears to be? It's actually much lower than that. Yeah, I know, it happens. I saw him coming. I couldn't get the trailer horsed over quick enough. But if you ever see pictures of Lake Mead today, you'll see what they call the bathtub ring around it, because of the normal historical levels of the lake are so far low, and the marinas, because they have a lot of boating, there's a lot of recreation on Lake Mead, have had to extend way out. They're much lower than they should be, you know, 20, 30 feet below depth. And Las Vegas has actually had to dig a new intake for water because the city water comes from Lake Mead. And if it gets much lower, they're actually going to have to stop. They may have to stop some of the turbine generation and some of the power that comes from the Hoover Dam. So, you know, having a good cold year. They had a good cold year last year. They had good snowfall, snowpacks. Made a big difference, and started to get some of that water back, but there's a lot of water that has to be done there. Still a lot of water that has to be gotten in, and you can see there's the dam over there. I'll be darned, we took an interesting detour, did we not? You used to be able to drive over the dam. You can no longer do so. That was one of the changes they made due to the events 15 years ago today. It is the 15th anniversary of 9/11, and one of the things they changed, because 93 used to run directly over the dam, one of the things they did is built the bridge that we're actually going to be driving over. I was out there when they opened the bridge. Right before then, you could cross the bridge, but you basically had to submit your vehicle to a very massive inspection, and the delay would take usually a couple of hours. So I never actually did drive across the bridge when I had, but I did have the chance. You can still go out to the dam and walk, you know, through the dam and whatnot, but the roadway itself is closed. I'll try not to hit any more cop cars here today. I'm not making all that much money on this trip. Okay, this will take us to Kingsman and Flagstaff. And as you can sort of see, that's the dam off to our left. This is actually, in real life, a large suspension bridge with huge sides. That you can sort of, I mean, you can see they're taller than obviously the normal Jersey barriers, but the big sides are to protect the vehicles, especially large vehicles like trucks, from getting blown off the bridge by the high winds that whistle through there. I have automatic hosting. Oh, are you kidding me? Okay, hold on one moment. Because apparently MooBot seems to think either I'm not transmitting or something, but okay, good. We didn't want to have our stream suddenly, Twitch is having issues at the moment. Hang on just a moment. Let me take a look here. That would be typical, wouldn't it? I'm going to try restarting. Okay. So apparently it is working for you. Yeah, because I'm not showing the it may be just for folks in the States, but you are getting through. Okay. Well, we're going to hope that I'm still recording at any rate and people can catch it later. At least that it's got paused and it's not going to try to start me up there, so. As long as it's still recording, we're all right, I guess. And if for some reason you can't see it any longer, throw me a message up there, and I will try and reboot the stream. But failing that, assuming that it's still recording, and we'll take it all in one depth. You'll be able to see it later on my YouTube channel if you want. Battery H1862. That's right. That is the YouTube channel for this, and we're putting up all 100 days of gaming. I'm still showing everything in coding, so. We got to haul booty here and see about finding a rest stop. Okay, let's start the dance. No way, no way, no way, no way. Ah, okay. Ah. Alright, well then I guess we got in time today, huh? I don't think we're going to be able to get into a rest area here. Wait a minute, there it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. If this idiot is going to cut me off, isn't he? Now see, this isn't very nice. Okay. Well, I may have knocked out over a couple of markers, but they'll get over it. So yeah, it's showing me no viewers, so I'm assuming that it's still recording. I'm assuming you're still seeing it. We're gonna rest our guy up here, and yep, nope, hasn't reset, hasn't unknocked itself over. So we get a quick breakfast at Bob's Burgers over here, and crawl back in the cab. Yep, okay, we're still here. I bet I go dragging that thing down the street. Physics. world is so slow. My next truck needs a bigger engine. Oh my goodness. Okay, 40 and then to Camp Verde. Okay, we gotta haul this along. Mageland, thank you very much for the host, my friend. Just gonna get our turn signals on here now. See, and there's the UPS truck, not Big Brown, or whatever they called it, or the PUS, or the UBS, or whatever the truck they called it. So see, we do have actual names. I've got the mod on there for that. These frozen veggies. Frozen fruit. That's right, fruit. We got the fruit train here. Okay. Something I have to do because I said I was going to do. Let's see if MooBot can handle this. Okay, there we go. You can simply enter with the word !raffle. We are giving away a game today. So apparently we're back online with viewers, so that's a good sign. I'm showing them again. So simply type !raffle. Today's giveaway is The Walking Dead Season 1 and the 400 Days DLC. What game, Asimov writes? See, I got you before you could type it out, buddy. So I have Steam codes for both The Walking Dead Season 1 and the 400 Days DLC from Telltale. It's a sad game. It is a lot of fun, though. I don't know if you've played it or not. And if we don't get any takers into the raffle today, we'll do it again on Monday Madness. So eventually we'll find somebody to unload this game on. I did play it in the first couple of weeks here of Crikey, no, 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 no. Oh, man. Never tried it, not really your kind of game? Alrighty, bud. Well, you know, if you don't want to enter and we end up closing without any people in who want it, we'll raffle it off on Monday. We hit 700, we'll have some more. Stick around, stay tuned, because I suspect as we get some stuff, we'll have some. I've got a few other Telltale games as well, some kind of funs and funny ones and all that stuff. But yeah, The Walking Dead Season 1 is one I want to give away here. Later on, as we hit more milestones, I think some of the stuff I've got, Poker Night at the Inventory, I believe, and Poker Night 2. If you've played those Telltale games, any other Telltale games before, you'll recognize some of the characters. And I got a few other things I'm working on, especially come time. Hello there! Dub SMB best. Welcome. Welcome. You are just in time today. So the raffle has been opened for Telltale's The Walking Dead Season 1 and the 100 Days DLC. Simply type !raffle into chat if you want to get in on that. Dubs. Why am I carrying? Oh, what am I carrying? Frozen foods, or frozen fruit, actually. We got some a trip of frozen fruit we're headed out with. I get in a spot here where I'm not trying to actively accelerate like a madman. I will. I'll show you the truck here in a second. Am I playing in the online? Nope, this is the single player only. I don't do a lot of the multiplayer stuff with this game because I found that you have two kinds of people. One kind of person that likes to play the game seriously, and we just have to deal with the normal heavy traffic jams around any kind of pickup or drop-off point. And then it's the other kind of person that likes to ruin the game for everybody else by slamming into trucks or, you know, blocking intersections and that kind of stuff. So I tend to play single player, and besides, it lets me run my trucks then. And once we get to our drop-off point here, I'll show you the truck, because that's coming up. Have I put together my schedule for November 5th? Not yet, however. With one exception. I'll be leading off with American Truck Sim. I know it's a day early for Sunday morning drive. I may even be finishing with it in the last hour. I don't know. That will certainly be exhausted driving on my part. Actually, I have an Xbox controller I play with. Dub. So it's not a steering wheel rig up, but you know, unfortunately I'm not unlimited in funds, and I'm not about to solicit funds for gaming gear for myself. I'd much rather that money go to Extra Life. That's right. Playing games to help heal kids. regular. I play for Children's Hospital of New Orleans. Oh man, they're gonna want me to. We're gonna try it. Holy smokes, right up against the wall. No pressure there, folks. No pressure there whatsoever. Am I a truck driver in real life? No, I am most certainly not. I do have occasionally truck drivers that watch this stream as I try to swing a 53-foot trailer back into one of the tightest spots they've got here. I love how Bob is really helping here, right? How about that, ladies and gentlemen? First try. Hold on a minute. That is about as perfect as I can get it, folks. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're going to make a last call here for the Telltale's The Walking Dead Season 1 raffle. Type exclamation point raffle if you want in on it, because in a minute here I'm going to close things off, and if we don't have any people that are interested, we will carry that over till Monday. So let's detach that trailer. But as there you can see, one of the reasons I don't play is, yes, I have a modded special cab for Extra Life. Let's decouple them trailers. And that, my friends, is Tonopah to Camp Verde. Frozen fruit. Because all of the fresh fruits and nuts we kept in California. So while I am not a truck driver in real life, I just play one on Twitch TV. That takes us up to $101,323. We're getting close to getting that new garage. Then we'll buy a new truck, which I hope to have the extended cabs in there. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dub. We're going to save this right where it is. And with that, I think we're getting ready to call things a day. What is Extra Life? I'm glad you asked me that. Let me give a quick rundown of what this is, and you can see Asimov beat me to it. Okay, Extra Life is a organization by gamers, created by gamers to help support the hospitals of the Children's Miracle Network. There's 170 children's hospitals. We play games, and one of the things we do is pledge to play games at least 24 hours, and we ask for donations. When you give a donation, 100% of that money goes to helping the kids. It doesn't go to more fundraisers. It doesn't go to raising more money or administrators or paying staff or parties or trips or any of that stuff. It all goes, this is the deal we have, to researching new treatments, buying new equipment, doing outreach programs to get the kids who need help the help that they need. Each hospital does it individually according to their needs. I play for Children's Hospital of New Orleans, which is where where I live. I can speak today. If you click that link that Asimov was so kind enough to do, it'll take you to my page where I'm taking donations. You can also find out a little bit more about the program. If you care to make a donation there, you can see some of the things I'm going to be giving away this year and all of that fun stuff. Because I do some giveaways for things for my donors. That's great. There's a button that says Donate Me. Oh, no worries, mate. Let me tell you, Dub. Whenever you get a chance for any amount of money you want, when I say it literally $1 makes a difference, it does. I appreciate that, and I hope to see you. I will certainly be around. You can see once we get done here. Right now, I'm part of the 100 Days of Gaming, so I'm streaming for 100 straight days. I'll be tomorrow night, 7:30 Central Time with Monday Madness and all of that stuff. So when you get the chance, if you can, that'd be great, and I would certainly appreciate it. If you care to join Extra Life yourself, just go to www.extra-life.org. You can sign up. Thank you very much for the following. And always remember to let the Wookiee win. It's easier to play the games with your arms attached. Dub, I hope to see you the next time. Asimov, thank you very much for stopping by. Special thanks to Magellan for his host today. And our friend that stopped by and followed as well, Mr. Gaming, thank you also for swinging by today. With that being said, we're going to call it a day. I will be back tomorrow. I hope everyone has a great day. Tomorrow's day 47 of 100 Days of Extra Life. Okay. Yeah, I'll take a look and see what happened there, Asimov. We'll get it. Hey, everybody on that's watching this later on YouTube, remember, donations, information, and information on all the other stuff, including the music that we use opening and closing, is found in the description below. With that being said, have a great day, everyone. I hope to see some of you tomorrow, and if certainly not, certainly next weekend. Remember, Sundays, it's Sunday morning drive, and we'll be trucking then. Take care, everyone.
If you've enjoyed the stream, despite the awful host, please consider a donation to Extra Life. Thank you for watching.